Welcome to Elevate Springfield, where we will dive into strategies and stories that help you rise to your full potential. Each episode, we'll talk about how you can take intentional steps to elevate your life and your business while making a meaningful impact on those around you. Along the way, we're going to bring in the change makers from our community that are already elevating. We'll bring the actionable strategies, you bring the discipline and follow through, and together we can elevate Springfield.
All right, let's go, Springfield. Time to 10x your day, y'all. Time to level up. Time to crush it. Hey, you are listening to the Elevate Springfield podcast. Robert Farrell here, certified 10x coach, speaker, and mentor, here to bring you actionable strategies. You bring the discipline and follow through, and together we're going to elevate Springfield. Well, you are listening to another segment of Communities Grow Together on the Elevate Springfield podcast. As you know, we drop these segments each week. The Communities Grow Together segment will touch on all things nonprofit associations and how we as a community are working together so we can all grow together. This segment is brought to you by David Hilst, American Family Insurance Agency over on West Wabash. Whatever you need insurance-wise, whether that's business, life, home, auto, or anything in between, hey, David and his team can take care of you. Give them a shout, or hey, stop by and visit them over on West Wabash. These segments are quick hits of actionable strategies and what's going on in our area to help you level up and grow together. Be right back after the break. Looking for personalized insurance with hometown care? David Hilst, American Family Insurance Agent, is here to help you protect what matters most: your family, your home, and your dreams. Whether it's auto, home, life, business, David and his team are proud to serve the Springfield community with trusted advice and reliable coverage. Local service, real relationships, peace of mind. Call today or stop by their office. They can build your dream protection plan together. Call 217-726-6343. All right, and we are back for another edition of Communities Grow Together, brought to you by David Hilst, American Family Insurance Agency. Hey, anything you need insurance-wise, David and his team will take care of you. Just give them a shout or stop by their office over on West Wabash. Hey, it's been a couple of weeks, maybe even 3, but regular contributor to the show, friend of the show, friend of mine, Mr. Jeff Dillman. How we doing today, sir?
We're good. It's nice to see the sun.
Yeah.
A little sunny in here right now.
It's starting to get you right on the side of the head there.
I know I was supposed to bring my sunglasses, but that's all right.
Well, over the course of the year, there's one window up there two of them actually, that'll really catch you if you're in here at the right time of day, and I haven't covered it up yet, so I will take complete responsibility for that.
I think you said that 2 months ago.
I did.
I wonder if we have anybody in either group from Land of Lincoln or Local First that does blinds.
What do you think? Some blinds up for me? I think so.
Yeah, they should.
We can call somebody.
We need some help.
Yeah. Where we
that's
at,
all
guys?
right.
Yeah, well, I think we can record before it fully moves over your face. It'll be all right.
Well, that's all right. Nobody cares to see me anyway. Hell, they may not want to hear me.
Right.
But,
no, we always have great conversation.
We do.
They love hearing you.
And, the thing is, we don't even know what we're talking about. That's what I like about it.
Rolling right in. We got a lot of stuff going on over the summer. I mean, we're past Memorial Day now, so even though it's not by the calendar officially summer, but for all intents and purposes, it's summertime for everybody. We got a lot of events at Local First. We've, of course, got Land of Lincoln still rolling. A lot of different things going on. You just came back from a conference. Man, we're just all over the place.
I did. I told you earlier, I feel a little, I think I can say this batshit crazy.
Right.
Because I do. A little overwhelmed, but that's okay. I mean, we don't often talk about the nonprofit agency that I'm president of is FBI, Springfield Citizens Academy Alumni Association. There's a lot on the docket there too. So, there's some cool things happening with that. We've got a fraud event. We're working on a national fraud event, and our fraud event with Land of Lincoln and Local for Springfield. Yep. That's finally going to be back. It appears back on the table for July.
There we go.
Then Local First with everything we got going on there. We got our big event that I see we're working on moving because that's just the thing about Springfield too. I guess that's a good thing. we look at everybody's calendars, right? And then
Mhm.
you realize, oh crap,
Another big event
when you
that
said
night.
that day, hey,
Yeah.
there's a event that night. Well, that's Springfield, and that's good. That's good that we live in a community like that, I think. But there's a lot happening from family service centers. We always talk about. We've got a big fundraiser coming up there, June 26th, and that'll be here before you know it. Before you know it, we're doing that with Family Service Center and the Embeds, and that's going to be a horseshoe dinner this time. So the veterans wanted to change it up a little bit.
Yeah.
They want to get me off my game. We got the chicken game down. Now we're going to go back to that.
Throw you that curveball.
We had a really good chicken event here recently. It raised us almost $780 that we split. That's great. Doesn't sound like a lot, but when you're a nonprofit struggling to make ends meet and you're seeing a deficit, that helps, and I'm sure it helps the veterans out too. And then we got Bags and Brews coming up. That's a big one. You're starting to see a lot of, and if you're not, you're going to see a lot about that. So once again, Family Service Center dialed in, just a lot of things happening there. The FEI Alumni Association, the Springfield Citizens Academy, which we are separate and apart from the FBI. We have to state that disclaimer, but we have a lot of fun things happening there, from the National Night Out to really everything in the community, just to get the message out of what the local FBI field headquarters is doing. And then, like say, it's Land and Lincoln. We got something going on every month there, and we're kind of excited because we're moving that over to Jane Hayes.
New venue for a couple of months.
Yeah, so that'd be kind of cool. What we do is we listen to membership. Another member wanted to host it, so there we go. So we got Ryan McCready coming. We're excited about that because there's a lot of development going on, once again, in our community. I'm sure he can talk to us about the data center.
And he's always great too.
And
every
he
time.
is. He's just good. He was good as city manager in Decatur when he was in Decatur.
Yep.
So we're excited to have Ryan come in, and then that fraud event's kicking back in July, and we're constantly recruiting members for Land and Lincoln and local for Springfield. And it looks like we might be doing something. We probably can't let the cat out of the bag, but we're going to be doing something jointly coming up here in October with both organizations that we both. Well, we manage.
That's right.
In my case, own and manage.
Right.
But that'll be cool too, because I think you said it right. I didn't even think about this. Communities grow together. We've been saying this all the time on here. So let's do it. Let's do it.
Now with Family Service Center, you mentioned there's a deficit, right?
Yeah.
The state funding and everything. So somebody's out there might have a heart for kids. That'd be a great place to use your philanthropic efforts.
And it would be. And that's just the thing, not to say the gloom and doom, but this is all about the kiddos. We have to make sure the kiddos are safe. And what I love about the agency is we all often talk about is our goal is to get them back with their parents. And when we look at that, we know our fundraising efforts out in the community will never really pick up the deficit, but it sure could help. So when you're and I appreciate that, because when you look at that, 5,000, 10,000, whatever it is, 1,000, we'll take it. Will make a huge impact on the agency for those kiddos, whether it's backpacks for back to school, simple furniture, bed linen sheets, anything really tied to children.
And when you're given that, there's such a tangible impact that you can see. Like you said, bedding and all the stuff that just the comforts that they need, the stuff that we take for granted every single day that they don't have that they need.
Right. They may be sleeping on the couch or on the floor because maybe they can't afford a mattress and box springs, or whatever the case is. Maybe it's just a little additional help on a food drive or getting them the necessities they need to get by daily. And that's just the thing. With an agency that's been out since 1863, as we continue to find that people just don't realize that, that's a long time. It really is. But we've got a good board. We're continuing to recruit board members. We're not going to give up. We're going to keep fighting the fight, and we're going to look ahead. So even though we have a deficit, there's ways that we can cut without really getting too deep into cuts and layoffs and all that. But we're looking at every angle that we can. Just to make it sustainable. Because you don't know the state of the state where we are today. We're thankful for the contract we have and the contracts we do have, but we just have to find other ways. And so you'll hear us talk about Family Service Center a lot. So whether we're doing a trivia night, or if we're doing a chicken dinner, or if we're doing a horseshoe dinner, a spaghetti dinner, whatever it is, we're blessed to have the AMVETS and Commander Sean Miller behind us, because they're right there with us. With their sleeves rolled up, and they're ready to make it happen. So a lot of things happening.
Yeah, absolutely. Certainly participate in those fundraising events, but in between those, that's calling on your heart to, hey, help out those kids,
Yeah, let's
then
help.
just go on the website and see what you can
Oh,
do.
yeah, you can. With Mender Media, boy, we're big plug to Dalton there.
Yeah.
Dalton set up a really nice website for us now. You can make monthly donations. It reminds me kind of a Westside, like Westside Church's donation basis where you can go in monthly. You can have it recurring. You can do a one-time. You can specifically state where you want the funds to go. We just need to continue to do a better job of promoting the website and the capabilities we do have. Karen and I were talking a little earlier today, and we have noticed that we have a lot of followers, so that continues to increase.
Good.
So shout out to Karen, is with everything she's got going on, that she still finds the time to continue to help with the social media side of it. And we have to make ends meet with do what we can do. Could we hire someone right now to do that? We're not in position to.
Right.
Would we? Eventually, yeah, we probably would look at that. But yeah, no, there's, like I say, there's a lot of good things. Look at Masco, just came back from Florida. I'm kind of jealous you're leaving.
I know. I'm heading to Florida here next week
for 11 days though. But,
right.
But no, that was a good. When you look at our industry at Masco, and because we always say Masco pays my bills, so I have to always include them. But
of course,
very gifted. We went out. Will and I went out and visited with almost 200 vendors and look at what's going on in the world of distribution and during these tough times. And so we learned a lot. Had some things that we picked up that we'll bring back. And I had a little different approach on my side. So the show's divided in three different areas. So you got industrial, you got safety, and you got Jansan. So Jansan to the average listener is basically your toilet paper.
Right. That's what I was asking. Just for everybody out there, Jansan is, yeah.
And safety is just what it says: PPE, gloves, eyewear, all that stuff, welding gloves, welding sleeves, whatever it takes. Industrial. It comes into nuts and bolts, which we don't really partake in that side of the show. I did look at it this year. On the safety side, I did a little different. Last year, I noticed that exploratory. We walk by safety all the time. Everybody has Band-Aids. Everybody has a first aid kit. Everybody has eyewear, gloves, PPE, Tyvek suits, whatever it is. And we always pass that. We think about toilet paper.
Right.
So my approach this year last year was exploratory. This year was, hey, okay, you're from North Carolina, you're from New York. You're not calling on Illinois. So I want to know who my Illinois rep is. Write it down. I want to hold that person accountable. I don't really want to get into deep discussions with you right now because I want my team to be involved and my team to hear it.
Right.
And I've set up 62 Teams calls.
Oh, wow.
So, yes, I did it to myself. But however, we've got that set up. Now we'll see if they follow through. We won't do business with 62 new vendors,
right?
But we'll see what's on the table.
Of course.
So a totally different approach. So we'll see how it goes. And I will say the ratio back, what's pretty neat what I do, and I was trying to teach Will this, is when I go to the room that night, everybody I touched got an email from me. And they said I'm the only distributor that does that.
Right.
They find it. That's how the recall queue. And then when Will says, man, when you walk in a room, everybody knows you. I said, that's because of how I do it. And whether I'm half asleep or not, I'm doing that email. So I can say everybody that I touched, and I had to sit down because it was a dance card, I touched and I sent them an email. Now, will they all respond? No, they won't. Have they done a better job this year? Absolutely. I had immediate response, immediate responses. I had some say, hey, I'll get to you in 6 weeks. Well, 6 weeks, what happens, man?
Right.
Cold. The stove is cold.
It's cold.
I forgot.
It's done.
Forgot.
It's over then.
But that was a good show, very quick. Back in to implement some of the things in the Masco and just looking how it's important to be involved in the community. This ties into our segment we talk about all the time. Communities grow together. That's from businesses from every organization that you can be involved in, that we have to stick together.
Yeah.
Because what we're seeing in our industry at Masco, distribution world is shrinking. They're being bought out. And once they're bought out, the big league, they don't care about you anymore. We're seeing that over just not too far from us in our hometown, where they came in and bought out a mom and pop shop.
Oh, did they?
And recently, thought the mom and pop was going to stay on, and they let them go. Eventually, one of them will be totally gone. But now you're seeing is that they don't really care to service your account because you're not big enough. So the importance of the box stores, the Amazons, the small business like us is continue to do what we do, strive with service, response, have the product, and have the training and knowledge. So
well, and you had your Masco University a couple of weeks ago,
absolutely.
And we aired
thank you.
that on the show just last week, I believe it was, week and a half ago, and that was really the theme of what you were talking about with a lot of the reps.
Yeah, what did you hear?
Yeah, it was the change in the industry, but you guys going against that grain by being so great at what you do service-wise.
Yeah, thank you.
Right?
And thank you for being such instrumental part of that at the late hour of requests that I had. But you're a friend, and I appreciate
That's
that.
what we do.
But I think what you've seen is, in a sense, it was tooting your horn, because it was kind of nice to hear their response, because we don't really have those deep discussions. It's generally like, hey, man, I don't have my stuff. What's going on? Or, hey, thank you. Or, hey, I got a new product. It was really nice to dig in just to say the why.
Right.
Why is it important? And two, what do you like about Masco? So that's cool. So I'm kind of excited to get that video out to my network. I'm still trying to figure that out, but you're going to help me
you with that. But yeah,
but
that wasn't. We brought him that, hey, can come in here and answer a couple of questions here, and that was it. You know, it's not like we had to.
We had one that was scared a little bit, but he's a good friend, and he just doesn't like to be on the top showboating. I don't call it showboating. He's a good customer. He's a friend. But he's also very valuable to Masco in our business. But yeah, that was just once again thinking outside the box. General distribution they're not doing that. So they're not doing a general manager weekly news to give an update. They're not doing shows like that, and we're even maybe possibly doing one in fall. It depends. We're going to see if we can loop that in, because there's a need for that.
Yeah, the big ones aren't doing that stuff.
Right. They're not. You have to think outside the box. I mean, I think that's what we do all the time. It's on anything we're involved in. I think we're both alike. You got to think outside the box. It can't be the same old stale thing.
Right.
So yeah, and we're also blessed to have the opportunity of ownership allowing us to do that as well.
Right.
It's made a huge difference, quite frankly.
I think it's great for your clients there too. It's great for your suppliers that are in there showing off all their stuff, but it's great for your clients to be able to go in there and learn and talk to the folks.
Absolutely. Well,
great. They love it.
They like the fact they got a breakfast sandwich. It's little small things like that. They got out of their organization. They got pulled in. We didn't have probably the level of when I say the amount of people I would have loved to see. However, we had some solid business people there that could make decisions.
Yeah.
And from that show alone, just from 35 to 40 people, we made some strides of purchasing, and that's what it's about.
Yeah.
The bottom line is, as I tell everybody this, it doesn't really matter what I think, or really what you think. It's what our manufacturers think that fly in from Pennsylvania, that come from Canada.
Right.
It doesn't really matter what Robert and Jeff thinks, right? If they were happy, I'm happy, and that's what I told ownership. As long as they're happy, and they were. So.
Because that says a lot. They flew here.
Right.
They took time out of their schedule to fly here.
Think about Bill from Pennsylvania. Last thing he probably wanted to do, he wanted to ride his motorcycle out there.
Right.
Where he's from, but he flew in because what sticks with me is he always says this, and he's right. We're varsity.
And, that was cool how he said that.
And that was cool. When I met, a little story with him, I met him 7 years ago, probably, and I wouldn't buy from him. Nope, not interested, man. We'll just keep talking. He didn't give up. He was persistent. He kept. And as we know, that's what salespeople need to do, right?
Absolutely.
And he's vice president of that company and a lot of experience, but he hung on because he saw varsity. And I love that, because that's how I feel. We're small. We pack a big punch. I say that all the time, but we are varsity. We're not perfect. We're never going to be perfect, but I'll tell you what, we got the A-team. We do. And we can continue to strive to be better, and we will. But when you hear that coming from a supplier that I'm dealing with varsity, and I deal with a lot of people throughout the United States, and here we are in Central Illinois, we're his varsity team. And I love it. I love it. So
love it.
Yeah.
Well, business owners out there, if you're still buying your supplies from Sam's Club, Uline, Amazon, wherever, hey, give Jeff over at Masco a shout and see what they can do for you.
Yeah, we'd love to do that. We'd have the opportunity, and that's what Local First Springfield and Land of Lincoln professional networking has allowed us to do, is to have an opportunity. And that's really all we ask for, right? Just the opportunity.
No doubt about it. Well, with Local First, we've got a couple of events coming up here over the next few weeks, really. We've got one that's we're one of the sponsors at the radio station event next week at the Rock the Dock preview party on June 3rd that evening. Come out and check that out.
I got a lot of history with that event. So.
Yeah. Well, you would. You
from the old radio station. But yeah, that'll be a good event.
Fun.
10,000 plus people. And
if you're a Local First Springfield member, you get 2 free drink tickets. So
it's cool.
Bonus for you to go out there. So that's, again, like we've talked many times, whether it's Local First Springfield or Land of Lincoln Professional Networking Group, we want to find these different points where we can collaborate. And this is just another event that we can collaborate on that's good for the community, right? So.
And it's good. The fact is that they reached out to us. I mean, I think that's great.
Yeah, that's
so that
huge.
means you're making an impact, which we know we are.
Right. We know we
with
are.
Local for Springfield. So that's pretty cool that they reached out to that. I think that's great.
Then we got another fun one a couple weeks after that, June 14th. We're partnering up with Westside Market.
Yeah.
Papo's and Fed Kitchen, their parking lot there. If you recall last summer, they had the Westside Market there. They're bringing that back again. Very popular event. June and July, Local First Springfield is going to be there with some cool stuff. We're going to have our dunk tank on June 14th from 2 to 5.
I'm not in it.
You don't want to get on there? No.
I want to dunk Jack right now.
Yeah, he's ready for it.
Let's get
we were
Jack.
talking about Jack. Jack Geyser from Clean Cut Painting and Handyman here in Springfield. He's going to be taking up the bench there. So if you want to go knock Jack into some water, come on out on June 14th.
It's rigged. Whether you hit it or not, he's going to go in.
That's
so.
right.
I think we're doing something with that too with Lane to Lincoln. I forget what month and what I'm even doing, but we're doing something.
Because I think you might have the August one because
it might be. I know we're doing something. It's which once again, it's another thing that we all need to partner and be together. So I think that's great. So that's exciting.
Yeah, and it's perfect because Westside Market. If you didn't go out there last year, all the vendors there are all local businesses.
Yep.
They're all locally owned businesses there. So it's a great way for Local First Springfield and also Land to Lincoln Professional Networking to, again, be a part of that business community.
What else we got after that? Then we got this. Well, we have a fraud event.
Then the fraud
we can't officially announce it, but that fraud event's going to happen.
Yeah,
so.
So with Land to Lincoln, we've got McCready speaking in June. We got the fraud event coming up. That'll be combined
Partner with Local First, so that'll be good.
Absolutely, and then we'll have our event that we are going to be giving away our small business grant on October 1st. So that'll be fun.
That date has changed, so that's the new date, right?
Yeah, that's the new date. So I announced on here that it was going to be September 24th, but we have changed that to October 1st. It's just simply a week later.
Man, I don't even want to talk about October because look at this. I mean, it's going to be before you know it.
I know.
I mean, school's out.
Yeah.
What's going on?
Yeah,
I mean, school is out. We just got our mad rush of school orders at Masco. We're trying to get those out the door, and
right.
It's just hard to believe. Here we are next week. We're in June.
Yeah, it's nuts. But with that, if you're a Local First Springfield member and you want to apply for that grant, that's going to come out by the end of the month. We will have that posted on our website and on social, so you can apply for that. It is going to be a video application. We're not looking for a long essay from you. We want to see your face, and we want to see you answering those questions that we have for you.
I think we got a good committee on that, and the structure of that's awesome.
Yeah.
So
it's gonna be
exciting
good.
to see that.
It'll be two $2,500 grants.
That's
so
big.
Two businesses will be given $2,500 a piece. So.
Say we always reflect back to what Chad said at Sangamon Tree. What $2,500 would have done for me when I started my business.
Yeah.
I think we all know that's important. So
no doubt about it.
Yeah. I wish them luck.
I'm pumped up about that. But yeah, there's so much great stuff going on. And then just all the general fun stuff that's going on in Springfield over the summer too. Just a lot of stuff.
I mean, there's so much we could talk forever, right?
Farmers market's back, going out downtown.
Got the Levitt series coming back. I think that starts this week. I just saw that. Yeah, there's a ton. So, get involved, get engaged. That's what we always say.
Well, Jeff, anything else before we roll out for today?
I don't think so. I think we covered everything.
Head over to the websites of Local First Springfield, Land to Lincoln Professional Networking Group, Family Service Center, anything and everything we talked about today. Just support local. Find your niche, whatever it is. Support local, buy local. Find an organization that you are passionate about and make an impact right here in Springfield. How about that?
I agree. Love it.
There we go. Well, Jeff, appreciate it as always, man.
Likewise.
All right. We're going to let Jeff get back to elevating Springfield. But for the rest of y'all, we'll be right back.
Hey, Springfield, when it comes to reliable, high-quality roofing, you don't want to leave things to chance. That's why you should reach out to Acosta Angeli Roofing, your local roofing experts serving Springfield and surrounding communities. From quick, dependable repairs to full replacement, from residential to commercial, they are your trusted pros. Call them today at 217-993-2748 or visit their website to book your free quote and inspection. Don't wait. A little leak now could lead to major damage later. Trust the local experts, protect your home, and get peace of mind with Acosta Angeli Roofing. Well, thank you for joining us today, everybody, on another segment of Communities Grow Together on the Elevate Springfield podcast. Thank you again to David Hilst, American Family Insurance Agency, for partnering with us on this segment. Hey, take what you learned today. You bring the discipline and follow through, and together, that's right, y'all, we're going to elevate Springfield. Be great.
Looking for expert tree care with hometown integrity? Look no further than Sangamon Tree Service. They're your trusted local pros, delivering quality workmanship, exceptional customer service, and fair, honest pricing every time. Whether it's trimming, removal, or storm cleanup, their team brings professionalism and care to every job, big or small. Call the name your neighbors trust, Sangamon Tree Service, or visit them today at sangamontreeservice.com. Sangamon Tree Service, rooted in quality, built on trust.